glove box, and you put a yellow dot on the lower left corner of your rear windshield. And that tells the first responders to check your glove box. You can find out more at mobileso.com/yellow dot. That's mobileso.com/yellow dot.
Mostly cloudy skies tonight with mild temperatures. Overnight lows will be in the upper 50s. Tomorrow we'll see breezy conditions with increasing clouds. Highs in the mid-70s, and we could see an isolated shower in the afternoon. Better chances of rain develop tomorrow night. I'm Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Jason Smith for this iHeart Radio station.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster. I started Blindster in my garage back in 2010. Since then, we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters nationwide. Our blinds are DIY friendly, guaranteed to fit, and always cheaper than big box stores. Blindster.com.
Here's what's happening.
The state of our union is strong.
Check in on them.
These people are crazy. You should be ashamed of yourself. They're crazy.
This is the Uncle Henry Show on News Radio 710 WNTM.
The Uncle Henry Show, News Radio 710 WNTM. It's 5:20. Eric Erdman is here talking about his new podcast, Dealing the Mobile Sound, recorded at Callahan's. You know, you can't, I don't know that you can get more mobile than that.
That's what we were thinking. I mean, it's definitely been a big part of it for all of us.
That is a great angle there. Just having that as your location, it adds to the show. Yeah. By the way, before we went to break, I said that you could watch us on YouTube. For some reason, something has happened to the YouTube streaming. So we're off camera right now, but we're going to try and rectify that before the end of the hour. So, Eric Erdman, your first guest, who was the first guest on your podcast about the mobile sound? Abe
Partridge, my buddy, brilliant artist. He's he's taken over the world. You know, he really is. He's getting out into a lot of places that I don't think many people realize exactly how influential he is.
Well, you know, I think he's been on the Uncle Henry Show twice.
Oh, cool.
I think. And I found him to be quite eccentric.
Oh,
would you say that?
That is an apt word. Yes.
He says. Now, how would you describe him to the people that wondered what it's like if they were to listen to the music of Abe Partridge? What would it be like? How would you describe
him? Well,
him?
The thing you want from the best art is people who are passionate about it. And when you are eccentric, you are passionate. And even if the edges are a little jagged, which it can be both in Abe's visual art and his music, it's exciting. It makes you think about familiar topics, but in an unfamiliar way, and I think that's great.
Okay, now is he one of these artists that you cannot put into a genre? Is he rock and roll? Is he country? What is he?
He's a blend. So this is just my own personal take. I said this about the Red Clay Strays. I say it about him. I say it about anybody, even if they're not from here. The music industry is brutal. It's really hard to be seen, especially with millions of songs being uploaded today. There's a lot of static to get through. Therefore, it's even harder when you're weird or you have something a little different. And however, if you can ever get through that first level to where you are getting recognized and people see it, you are golden, because at that point, people that like that have one location to get it from.
Right.
If you sound like everyone else, great. Like you became huge and a hit. There's 17 people that sound really close to you, right?
Yes.
In the queue, waiting.
Yes.
So I hope you have a long career, but the odds are in favor of the ones that are more unique.
Okay, so it's great if you can make it through the lean years.
The lean years, right?
If you can make it through that,
or just figure out a way to get to enough ears for the activation energy. Once you have that, then you're good.
Now, where was the first place you got up in front of people and performed?
My cousin got married, and I was the ring bearer when I was 3 years old in 1980.
Okay, and that you considered that a performance? Did you sing?
Wait a second. So we went to the reception, and there was a live band playing, And when the band took a break, my mom couldn't find me, and she was like, "Where's my son? Where's my son?" She's running around, and they realized I had crawled on stage and I was standing under the microphone, reaching up, trying to grab it.
Oh,
so the
okay,
band,
wow.
So the band got back on stage, which I feel bad about now because I made the band that just took a break come back to work. But anyway, at the time I didn't care, and they got up and they gave me the mic, and the only 2 songs that I knew were the theme song to the Dukes of Hazzard and Zippity Doo Dah, because I had seen that on my little program.
All right, how about that?
And so yeah,
Good.
there's a picture somewhere of me down on one knee, doing the Elvis stance.
This for a guy from the Deep South. For you to tell this story to people from outside of the Deep South, that yes, when I was a child, the first 2 songs I ever performed,
it's a little embarrassing,
were
yes.
the theme from the Dukes of Hazzard and Zippity Doo Dah.
Yeah,
you cannot. It's hard to watch those.
It's hard.
Those songs
it's
these
difficult.
days because a lot of the source material you can't find anymore.
Yes, for good reason, and I'm not encouraging you to go find it. I'm just saying it's just facts of nature. That's what I was doing at 3 years old.
Okay, so Zippity Doo Dah, and the theme for the Dukes of Hazzard. Now, what about when you're older? When was the first time you got paid to sing?
Oh, interesting. So I played. We started writing songs. My older brother. We started writing songs when I was like 8. And we would just sit around one of those old tape recorders with the red and black button. You push them both down, and we did that for years and years. So I eventually went from dabbling. I got my own guitar around 12, and I really started playing it pretty heavy. Played throughout high school, and then we did like the talent show and stuff like that. But then there were a couple of the people I played with the talent show. They had like a band that were trying to really do some things. So I started going and rehearsing with them. And so we went out and we played. I would have been 16, 17. And we just went and played like a house concert. And then we went down to Southside Music Hall and played that was the first time we played at a actual venue. That felt like a huge step up.
Now, what school talent show were you playing at?
BC Rain.
BC Rain.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Red Raiders.
Yes, indeed. This is Parkway.
Dolphin Island Parkway.
DIP. All right, so, and I apologize, we get off the topic of Abe Partridge, but I'm always curious about how people learn. It's one thing to learn how to play, one thing to learn how to sing, but it seems to me there's a different element when there are people watching you on a stage.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's the real. That's the truth meter. Like you can think it's great in the closet, but people will let you know, and you will get it wrong. So you have to be willing to be on a pedestal and get it wrong while everyone, metaphorically throws tomatoes at you, hopefully metaphorically.
Now, the first guest on your podcast, Dealing the Mobile Sound, you have Abe Partridge as your first guest. Now, did he start at a young age like you did? Because he seems to me to be the kind of guy that would.
Oh no, actually, I don't think so. From the interview, he had music around and played, but he was a preacher for a while.
Yeah,
and then he went in the military, so he didn't do anything until after all of that. Like that's when he might have been like writing a song or two in privacy of his home, but he didn't actually go out. Like I met him close to the time when he had his second performance. He did like a songwriter shootout in Pensacola. And then he came to Mobile and played like his first gig, and I was at it, and I was like, this is something special. And we've been friends ever since.
Did you learn anything when you did that interview? Was there stuff that you didn't know about him that you learned?
Yeah, I'm trying to, that's what I really love this podcast because in addition to hopefully showing a lot of people who are unfamiliar with the Mobile artists how great they are, it's also given me a chance to just catch up with my friends that, I don't always have the luxury of sitting down for hours at a time and talking. Trying to think of something in there that I wasn't aware of. I mean, he's just doing so much now, like hanging out with, all these just amazing, I don't know. He's just his escapades, where all he's been. Like some of them I was unaware of. Like he's rubbing elbows with some pretty high level folks.
Good for him. Those are the best elbows to rub.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to be taking a timeout. We're going to come back with more from Eric Erdman. You can find his music, ericerdmanmusic.com. Look for the podcast, Dealing the Mobile Sound with Eric Erdman.
Watch for an accident with road blockage on Highway 98 at West Hewitt Road in Santa Rosa Beach. Also, we're getting word of smoke in the area in Niceville around East College Boulevard at Highway 285. And it's slow on Highway 31 from Spanish Fort to Highway 59, an 18-minute drive. With Time Saver Traffic, I'm Lisa Baque.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Whoever said opposites attract was definitely talking about the new spicy menu at DQ. Spicy flamethrower chicken strips served with a dip of sweet DQ soft serve. Sounds wrong, but tastes so right. The new spicy menu at DQ. Happy tastes good. For a limited time at participating locations.
If you see traffic trouble, call the Acadian Windows